Okay then, Val. Have you done the little bit of work that I asked you to do from your last training session?
Yeah.
Great, you've got your presenter at the cockpit drill side. So we're going to do, what I want you to do is give me a full brief now on how to, if you like, give a controls lesson.
Right, yeah.
Alright. So the controls lesson is divided up into the cockpit drill, as you've got there.
Yeah.
And then the controls.
Yeah.
On your exam, you know we've spoke to you before about keeping your briefings down to 8 minutes.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you think you could keep this to 8 minutes?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
No, this is the only briefing, not to shock you, this is the only briefing that would actually take about 25 minutes.
Right.
Alright. And for the actual exam, you 9 out of 10 times you would drive to the training area.
Okay, yeah.
Alright. The examiner will, if that's the case, will make you aware of that while you're driving to the car. While you walk into the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so you'd actually drive here. The best thing to actually talk about when you actually drive into the area, which we will do at a later date, really,
Yeah.
is how to operate the steering wheel.
Right. Yeah.
Alright. Because basically, if you think, you're going to go through all the controls, and we can practice all the controls. The only one thing we can't practice is
the steering wheel.
the steering wheel, because it's going to be dry steering,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So while you're driving, and it's only going to be a 2-3 minute drive, it's not going to be far.
Right.
Okay. So while you're driving to the area, just make the examiner aware that I'd like you to pay attention to how I'm actually using the steering wheel. So you're going to do a little bit of a running commentary of how you're actually using the wheel.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Hence, in your part 2 training, when I used to say to you, work on your running commentary because it'll come in very useful for your part 3.
Yeah, you did.
This is why
Yeah.
it's important to have done that in your part 2.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you need to speak about the steering wheel.
Right.
So if you can imagine that you've actually driven here, you've done a little bit of a demonstration of how I'm actually going to use the steering wheel. The next thing you need to make sure we do is swap places.
Oh, right. So I don't do that from the driver's seat when we've pulled up.
No, you'd actually get the examiner or the learner, if you like. We'll keep thinking about the learner because that's who eventually you're going to be teaching.
Yeah.
You would get them to sit behind the steering wheel.
Right.
So you actually do the full briefing from there.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, because again, think about, they couldn't really practice the, where to place the feet, could they? If they sat over
not
there.
if they sat here, no.
If you told them to practice the gears, they'd be practicing with the right hand and not the left hand.
Yeah.
So, it makes sense that when you're giving the briefing, you're sat there and the learner is sitting here.
Right, okay, yeah.
Okay. And again, thinking about the real world of teaching somebody to drive, you would actually pick them up for the first lesson and drive them to a suitable area, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would.
Which is very similar to what you're doing with the SE.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Did you have any problems when you were working on your briefing before today's lesson?
It was just remembering everything, I think, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is things that you do automatically, isn't it? You get into a car and you go through it automatically. But what you've not got to forget is that the person sitting here has had little or no experience of driving. Yeah. So things that you take for granted, you pull your seat forward, you adjust your mirror in the right way. Don't take it for granted that this person here doesn't or does know how to do it.
Yeah.
Remember what we've said, you've got to ask questions to find information out. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you a little bit of a brief. I'm going to set the scene to a certain extent for you, like we've done on the first 3 hours. I just did it very briefly. Listen to what I'm saying, okay? And when I go into roll, remember I'm in roll until I come out of it.
Yeah.
Okay? Right, any questions before we start?
No, I don't think
Have you got a pen there, Val? Have you
have,
got a pen? Yeah, okay. Remember about how to hold the presenter?
Yeah, so it's facing you, isn't it?
Yeah. Alright. Okay then, so a little bit of information about me, and just for the purpose of today, we'll keep my name as Pat, but as you start getting more confident, I'm going to start changing my name.
Right, okay.
Alright, it's just, at the moment, you've enough to think about this as well as not wondering what I've called myself.
Right, okay.
All right.
Yes,
So
still Pat.
Yeah. So what I'd like you to imagine is that I've never driven before in a car. I have actually had a moped that I've been using for the last 5-6 years
Right.
to get me to and from work. Other than that, I haven't done any driving in a car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting absolutely wet through now when I'm going to work, so I've decided that it's time that I learnt to drive,
Right.
you know, a car, and swap my moped for something on 4 wheels.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were actually recommended to me by my next door neighbour because you actually taught her to drive as
Right.
well. I'm quite excited about learning to drive, and I can't wait to get going, basically.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so over to you, Val, and start when you're ready, and I'm in roll from now.
Okay. Good afternoon, Pat.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name's Val.
Hi, Val.
Hi. Is it okay if I call you Pat?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Great. So you've never driven a car before?
No.
No. But you've got your little moped that you've been.
I've a little moped
tilting around
that I drive to and from work.
Yeah. But you're not happy getting wet, so
No, I'm fed up now.
yeah.
Getting too
You've
old for
decided
getting wet all the
A little
time.
bit of luxury and pamper yourself, so you're going to learn to drive.
That's
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Right. Okay, that's good. So what we'll do today then is go through all the main controls of the car,
Okay.
so that by the time we've finished your lesson today, you'll be familiar with where they are and what they're all used for.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll start firstly with what we call the cockpit drill.
It sounds like I'm flying a plane.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. It's a good way to remember it, though, isn't it? Yeah. But this is what the sequence we have to go through to make sure that you're sitting comfortably and that you can reach all the controls.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing that you should do when you get in the car is to check that all the doors are closed.
Yeah.
All right. So the way that we can check to see if the doors are closed is obviously you can have a tug on yours
Oh.
and make sure it's
Yeah.
shut.
Yeah. It's shut. Yeah. Yeah.
And then if you have a passenger, they can have a tug on this one. If not, you can have a look in the mirror to see if you can see if it's closed.
What should I be able to see in the mirror?
You'll see a join between the car and the door. I don't know if you can make it out in that mirror now at the moment.
Oh yeah. So it all looks flush.
That's right, so it's all
Yeah.
flat. If it's not flat, if it looks as though there's a bit of a step down,
Mhm.
then you know the door isn't
Door's
shut,
open.
so you need
I've
to
never noticed that
shut
before.
it.
Yeah.
All right?
Yep.
And you also make sure that the boot is closed as well. So you
Oh
perhaps
right.
have
I've
to
never
check
thought
that
about
before you got
Yeah.
in the back doors and everything. Okay? Okay, right. The next thing that I want you to check is that you're in the correct seating position so that
Mhm.
you can reach all the controls.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to move. Oh, the seat itself actually moves in different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to move the seat forwards so that you can, maybe leave it where it is actually. Make sure you can reach the controls properly.
that. Mhm.
So the way we're going to do this is for you to see if you can press the clutch pedal down all the way down to the floor. That's the one on the left,
Oh.
that pedal. Yeah, if you can press that
That
all the way
one.
down to the floor. Yeah. With your left foot, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Does your knee feel as though you're stretching or not? Is it all the way down?
That is now.
Yeah. Now then, is your knee stretching or does that feel comfortable?
It feels okay actually.
Yeah.
I've got a bend in it. Is that?
Yeah.
Should I have a bend?
Yeah, that looks fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've got a slight bend in it, then you've got plenty of room to
Right.
move.
Yeah.
maneuver,
Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Right.
Then, yeah.
So the seat
Yeah.
doesn't need moving forwards.
Maybe
at all.
I'm not really sure. I don't know if I'm comfortable. Can I
You want
try
to try
moving
it
my
in a
seat
different
forward?
position.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. You'll find a lever underneath. Is it?
Is this it
on
here
the
on
right.
the right? Is it?
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. That's if you use the steering wheel to pull yourself forward, and then when you let go, it'll lock into position.
Oh, that feels better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've done the base.
Mhm.
All right. In some cars, it will also move up and down the seat.
Oh, will it?
Yeah.
Good.
But in this car, it doesn't. It stays in the same position.
All
All
right.
right. So if you want it to be a little bit higher up, you
So
might
the
be
move
able
up
to
and
move it
down.
up. Yeah.
That's useful.
Yeah. Then we need to move the backrest of the car, of
Mhm.
the seat, sorry, which is the bit that you're leaning against,
Yeah.
so that you're sat in a position where you can hold onto the steering wheel comfortably. Yeah. Does that feel comfortable? Your arms look slightly bent, which they should do. Yeah, you
Feels okay.
You don't feel as though you're going to hit the doors as you move your arms.
If I move my arms like that, I can, yeah. But
yeah, but no, that looks all right. You don't need to move that at all.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
And then we have the headrest here. So,
headrest?
the headrest there.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just nice and cool.
Yeah, and that's there to protect you if we have an accident.
Oh, is it that's why they call it headrest then?
No, it's a head restraint. Sorry, we'll give it its correct name. It's a head restraint, so that it stops you getting a neck injury.
Oh, right.
In the event of an
it
accident.
feels nice and comfy, that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's not there for you to lean against, really.
Oh.
It's just there to protect you in the event of an accident.
Right.
But it must be adjusted properly, so that you've got the fattest part of it in line with your ears.
How do I know which is the fattest? This part?
The cushioned bit.
Oh, sorry. Must think I'm thick. Like there. Is that okay?
That could do with being a little bit higher up, actually, for you.
I don't know how to alter this.
So to alter it, you can put your hand underneath and it pushes up. Yeah, that'll do there. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Alright, okay.
Yeah. Right, okay. And you can reach the steering wheel. Right. Then we've got the mirrors that we need to adjust so that you can see what's going on behind you. Alright. So we've got 3 mirrors. We'll deal with this middle one first, which is this one.
Yep.
Here. Alright. I want you to adjust that so that you can see through the rear window. If you could just use your hand at the edge so that you can see the picture.
Like sort of frame in the back window type of thing. Is that what I'm supposed to be doing?
That's right, yeah, so you get the best view you can.
Yeah, I can see
Right.
that, yeah.
Okay. And then the door mirrors,
Mhm.
which in this car are electrically operated.
Yeah. This thing here, is it?
That's right, yeah. Yeah, so you can twist.
Oh. Yeah.
That's the left one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you push it to the right, then that will move the one at the right side.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, yeah. So you need to be able to see along the car
Yeah.
and also directly behind you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, like that.
That's right, yeah. There. You can see down the side of the car and you can see whatever there is
I can see.
coming up alongside.
There, I can just about see in there.
Can you? That's good. Yeah, right.
And that one's the same. That one there on the left is about the same as that one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. The mirrors have got different glass in them. In this one here, it's flat glass.
Yeah.
And in the mirrors on the doors, it's convex.
Oh.
All right, which means it's bent. If you look at that picture there, you can see how it curves round. Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason for that is so that you can get a bigger picture in the door mirror than you get there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So can you see anything that's the
cars
same
look
in each
smaller.
one? That's right. Yeah. They look smaller, so they look further away.
Oh, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So we've got the mirrors all sorted and put into the right position. And so the next thing you'll be able to do is to put your seatbelt on.
Can't just do that, can I?
Yeah, so you can just pull your seatbelt round. Get hold of that little clasp. Yeah, pull it across your shoulder, and then it'll click into
that
not
one?
into that one. No, into yours at your side there. And push it
You must
down.
think I'm thick.
Yeah, no, you're not thick. That's it. And then of course, before we set off, you need to make sure you've got enough fuel for the journey.
How do I do that?
Alright, so we'll have a look at the dashboard and you'll see
Oh yeah.
see the little petrol pump?
Yep.
Yeah. And the needle's pointing to full.
It is, isn't it? Does so the engine don't need to be switched on then?
No, it doesn't. On this car the gauge will register.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, just coming out of roll for a second. That's not bad. That's not bad. But it's been a lecture, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've not asked me hardly any questions at all, and you were struggling on some things to remember in which order to do them. Right. So the doors, you could say first of all we need to check the doors, make sure they're closed. So how would you do that?
Right. So ask you how you would do that.
Remember what we did on the on the first 3 hours. Don't tell me how to do something if I already know how to do it.
Yeah.
So if you ask me, and I know, I can tell you, can't I?
Yeah.
You're testing my knowledge.
Yeah.
If you ask me and I don't know, then you can go ahead and tell me. And it's also an easier way of keeping the briefing down, isn't it?
Right. Yeah.
All right. So, yes, make sure that all the doors are shut, and that you can look in your mirrors, which is what you said. And the boot, great, because a lot of people forget about the boot. So you've used that. What I do like is the way that you're ticking off the bits that you've actually covered.
I thought so. I didn't lose track.
Yeah.
You know, like you said.
Great idea. Had I have needed to have moved my seat, because as it was, I'd actually left it in the same position. But had I needed to, you could say, do you know how to move your seat? Because well, most people have actually been sat in a passenger seat at some stage or another, haven't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, and move the seat forward and back. Maybe not up and down, but forward and back.
Right, yeah.
Okay. And always be aware of where the lever is for moving the seat. If you're taking your test in your car, obviously you'll know where it is. If you're taking it in mine, or be aware and say, well, the lever is on your right hand side. Again, you did well in remembering to say that some cars the seat moves up and down. In this car it doesn't. Great, okay. But you could have said, but did it move up and down, there would be a lever for you to, or a button for you to press.
Right.
To actually move it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so on the base of the seat, I dropped a hint there and said, have I got a bit of a bend in my knee? Yeah. If you look at the diagram here, you could, with your pen, just draw that bend, couldn't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So they can actually see that you should have a little bit of a bend in your knee.
That's a good idea.
And that one there, look.
Oh, yeah, the blue one. Yeah.
Then with the back of the seat, pointed it out, and you said, your hands look okay, you're not touching the door. Have a look to see where I was actually holding my hands. They were there, weren't they?
Yeah.
So where should I have been holding hands?
10 to 2.
10 to 2.
Yeah.
Okay, because it could have been that they were fine, but when it came to 10 to 2, I might have been too stretched or too close. Alright. What should I be able to do? My arms should be bent, but be confident when you say it. Yeah?
Right,
Your arms should be slightly bent. And again, little diagram there, isn't there? Just draw a little line.
Yeah.
And I should be able to get my hands round the steering wheel. Yeah. Yeah, alright, so little things like that. The mirrors, you explained okay. You noticed that I'd actually put my hand in front of the mirror there.
I did notice that.
And you explained that was good. But again, you could have asked if I knew the difference between a flat and a convex. Remember, I've rode a moped, haven't I, for 4 or 5 years, so I'll have used some mirrors. I won't have had that mirror, but I've had a couple of mirrors, won't I?
Yeah.
And again, the seatbelt, you actually pointed down to yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, as the SE or a nervous pupil, I've gone to put it in yours because that's what you said, sort of thing. But had you said, right, Pat, could you put your seatbelt on, please? You can watch, because again, 9 out of 10 people have been in cars, haven't they?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
they
so
know
they
how
could.
To do it.
So what you have to watch is that I don't twist the seatbelt.
Right.
Yeah. And that it's secure. Because although I've worn seatbelts before, I might twist it as I put it on and not realise. All right. One thing you did miss: who is responsible for the wearing of seatbelts for children under the age of 14?
Yeah, the driver. Yeah.
So you could have actually questioned me on that, couldn't you?
Right. Yeah.
Because it is a very important part that the driver, who knows whose responsibility it is for the children.
Yeah. And
then for the fuel, you said make sure you've got enough fuel for the journey. And then I sort of just prompted, how do I do that? And then I said, oh yeah, look, got petrol gale there. And as you quite rightly said, some cars stay on the gauge even when the engine's off. Yeah. But on the older cars, you've got to switch your engine on. Alright, so you got all the information there, but it was more of a lecture, and you just missed 1 or 2 little bits and bobs out. But I certainly like the way that you tick it off so that you remember where you are. If you go through to the next, turn it over to page 2. Alright,
Yeah.
your foot controls.
Right.
So what I'd like you to do this time is actually try and bring in the Q&A a little bit more, like you did on the first 3 hours. You know, you started bringing that in when you did the brief.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you started to ask me.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I've got to get back into that.
Bear in
track.
mind,
Yeah.
what have I rode?
Yeah, you've rode the moped, haven't you? Yeah.
So I've got some experience, haven't I? I'm experienced on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll know a fair few basics, but I've never driven a 4-wheel vehicle before on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any questions?
No, I don't think so.
No?
No. I think
Okay
you're
then.
Okay.
Back into roll now.
Yeah. All right, Pat. So we've done the cockpit drill. Now we're going to go over the main controls, and we're going to start with the foot controls.
Right, okay, yeah.
So the first one that we're going to deal with is the accelerator.
Mhm.
All right, or as it says there, gas.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Can I just come out of roll just for a second, Val?
Yeah.
See on, if you like, number 1, we've got ABC.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might be worthwhile getting into a habit of pointing these out: accelerator, brake, clutch.
right.
Yeah. Again, I have rode a motorbike, and I've had my throttle, but it's all been on the hands and what have you, hasn't it? Most of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had the 3 pedals here,
Yeah.
even if I'd never driven anything before. Yeah, I know I've got 3 pedals. I probably don't know which is which.
Right.
Can I
yeah.
borrow your presenter for a
Yeah.
second? Just so the best way, and it's always jogging your memory as well. Alright, if you like, you could do something like this. Alright, this is operated on your right foot. That's your accelerator, your brake.
Oh yeah.
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 And your clutch is operated by your left only.
Right.
Yeah, so you're actually sort of putting that into
Yeah.
use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
Okay.
if I have a problem,
Mm.
you can revert back to that kind of.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. That
Alright.
seems a good idea. Yeah.
Just a suggestion.
Remember that. Mm.
Okay, back into roll.
Right, Pat. So the first pedal we're going to deal with is the accelerator,
Yeah.
or gas,
Yeah,
as we call it. That's
type of
right.
thing.
Yeah, like it is on your bike. Okay. So which foot was it we're going to use on?
Right.
That's right. Yeah, good. 'Cause we've got that written down here, haven't we? So you're going to use your right foot to press it. And when you do press it, I want you to make sure that you press it gently. Okay, not suddenly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I operate my throttle, but that's with my right hand. You know, with my hand.
That's
into,
right. Yeah, but you're using your right foot this
Yeah.
time instead. Yeah. What happens when you press the accelerator? Do you think?
Well, the car will go faster.
It will, won't it? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Then we're going on to the brake.
Okay, just break out of roll just for a second, Val.
Right.
Remember, although I've rode a bike,
Mm.
I've never driven anything with 4 wheels, and you're assuming that I know what the accelerator does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I press my pedal down, the car goes faster. What happens when I take the foot off?
Yeah, I didn't ask you that. Yeah, it slows down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, a little bit of engine
Yeah.
braking. So again, don't don't assume that I thoroughly understand why
Mm.
why I need to take my foot off the gas pedal, or what will happen if
Mm.
I take my foot off the gas pedal.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm back into roll.
Okay. Okay, so you're going to use your right foot to press the gas pedal, aren't you? What happens when you press the gas pedal?
It goes faster.
That's right, yeah. What would happen when you took your foot off the gas pedal?
It'd slow down a little bit.
It would, yeah. So it's the same effect as you're using the throttle on your bike,
Right.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, use it gently
Mm-hmm.
rather than harshly.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't want the car suddenly
Shooting off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So then the next one we'll deal with is the brake pedal, which is the middle one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Again, which foot?
That's my right
That's
foot.
your right foot. So you can only use them one at a time. You
Mhm.
can't use them at the same time, can you? And again, I want you to use the brake pedal gently,
Right.
not suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do we use the brake for?
Well, it slows the car down.
That's right, yeah. It slows the car down, yeah. It can also stop the car as well.
Oh yeah.
we use it for stopping
yeah,
as well.
stopping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. And then we'll go on to the third one here, which is
Okay, just
the
coming out
clutch.
of roll. It's
Yeah.
actually your 4th one, if you look at it. Yeah, the clutch pedal is your 4th one.
Oh, I was calling it the third pedal.
You just got to be careful there,
Yeah.
because you've got the numbers.
Yeah.
So you're best saying we'll go on to the next one, which is the clutch.
Right. Yeah.
Because we've got number 1 as A, B, C.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going back to your brake, we've established that we've got to use the brake nice and gently. Alright?
Yeah.
Progressively getting firmer.
Yeah.
What we've not established is I know what the brake does and how it works.
Right.
We know it slows the car down and we know that it stops. But, you know, am I aware that the brake lights come on? Am I aware that it operates all 4 wheels?
Right.
Am I aware what happens when I do put my foot down on the brake pedal too much? So again, you're just skirting over it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You're assuming too much.
Too
Again.
much. Yeah. Right.
Okay. Back into roll.
Okay. Right. So the next pedal that we deal with is the brake.
Yeah.
Okay. So which foot?
Right foot.
You use your right foot. That's it. So it's the same one as the gas, isn't it? What do you need to use the brakes for?
It'll slow me down and stop me.
Yeah, it will. Yeah. When you press that brake pedal, all the brakes on each of the 4 wheels will operate.
Oh right, so that one pedal operates all 4.
All 4 wheels. Yeah.
Right,
Can you
I'm
see the
with
little
you.
red lines coming from that brake
Yeah.
pedal there, just to show you that it's all 4 wheels.
All 4 wheels. Yeah.
Yeah. What else would happen when you press the brake pedal, do you think?
Your brake lights come on.
They
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you'd realise that from riding
From riding
your
my bike,
your
yeah.
moped, wouldn't
Yeah.
you? Yeah. So we get the brake lights on, as you can see on this little bit diagram here. Yeah. And when you press the brake, I don't want you to press it too hard and suddenly, because if you do, all the weight will be thrown to the front of the car.
I was wondering what that picture was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah. Throws all the weight to the front of the
Yeah.
car. Might skid, go into a skid or
Yeah.
whatever. The car will become unstable, so we don't really want to be
Same
doing
as
that.
a bike, isn't it? Really.
Yeah,
All
you'd be
your
over the
weight goes-
handlebars, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then the next pedal that we'll deal with is the clutch pedal. Okay, so can you remember which foot we said you used?
Yeah, the
for
left
that
one. Yeah.
That's right, you're going to use your left one, yeah? The clutch we use when we change gear,
Right. Okay.
okay, and when we set off, and also you need to put the clutch pedal down when you come to a halt.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Fine. Yeah.
So that's when we need to use the clutch. And like we said, it's only your left.
My
Your
left foot only. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Val, I'll just come out of roll for a second. So, what have you told me about the clutch? Not a great deal, have you? You've just told me I'd press it down and let it come up. Yeah. Think about what controls the car in slow. You know, when we're moving slow. What do we have to have when we're learning to drive? Or when we drive, we need to have good clutch control.
Yeah.
So it needs to be explained a lot clearer than that, doesn't it?
Right. Okay.
So you press your clutch pedal down. You can press it down quickly if you like. Yeah. And explain to me what a clutch plate is. A clutch plate is 2 plates. Yeah, because you've done that. You've done it in
so
your
you need
in
to
your
go
theory.
into.
Yeah, you need.
Oh, right.
Without going into too much technical detail, but you need to explain to me what a clutch is.
Right.
So if I'm having problems with my clutch control, I can visualise these 2 plates.
Right.
You know, separating and joining together.
Yeah.
But you've not explained that.
No, I didn't know.
So when you're, you know, if you didn't explain that well, and I'm having problems stopping, for instance, I forget to get my clutch down quick enough.
Yeah.
And I'm stalling it, and you're explaining to me about stalling, I won't understand why it's done it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you know, you've done about the clutch in your theory work, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
On the the mechanics side of it.
I'm still assuming you know everything, you see, because of the bike. And,
All right. Go and have another go at it.
Okay. Right, so we're going to deal with the clutch pedal now, Pat.
Back into roll. Sorry about that. Val.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah. Right, we're going to deal with the clutch pedal now, Pat.
Yeah.
Which foot did you say you used on the clutch pedal?
Left.
Left, that's right, yeah. The clutch is actually simply, if we like, I won't go into a lot of detail. But
all right, because I'm not very good
I'll
on
keep
mechanics.
it simple. Yeah, we'll keep it simple, just so you have a basic understanding of how it works.
Yeah.
It will help you to operate the car better. So if you can imagine, the clutch is made up of 2 plates. All right, we've got one there and one there.
Yeah.
All right, and those 2 are actually those 2.
All right.
They're just made bigger so you can
I
see
can see
them.
that.
One, the red one here, is attached to the engine. This little diagram here is supposed to be the engine.
Right, okay, yeah.
And then the other one is attached to the driving wheels of the car through the gearbox.
Right, okay,
Alright.
yeah.
When you press the clutch pedal down, those two plates separate.
Right, okay.
And when you bring the clutch pedal up, that way, those two plates go
join together. Yep.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Now when the engine is switched on, the one that's attached to the engine spins round. So it's turning in the direction of the arrow there.
Right, okay,
Alright.
yeah.
But the other one isn't.
Oh, I like that one there.
So it's blue.
Yeah.
Alright, so if it's not moving, it's blue.
Right, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah.
When you bring the clutch pedal up and
Mhm.
those two plates go together,
They
the
become
meat
red.
becomes red, which means it's going to be moving. When it starts moving, it makes the wheels move.
Alright, so, see if I can got this in my head. When I press my clutch pedal down,
Mm-hmm.
the two plates open, separate.
That's right,
Yeah,
like that there,
yeah. When I bring my clutch pedal up,
Yeah.
they join together, which makes the car move.
Only if the engine is switched on
If the engine's switched
and
on.
we're in gear.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
So when you bring the clutch pedal up, when we're in first gear, you've got to do it nice and slowly and gently so that
Right.
these two plates come together
Okay.
slowly and gently.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's sometimes we might need to move the car very slowly
Mhm.
and have clutch
Yeah.
control, so we're allowing just a little bit of power to come from the engine and not all of it.
Right.
Alright?
Is that easy to master, is it, clutch control?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Just takes a bit of practice, but I'm sure you won't have any problem with it because you'll be understanding what's happening underneath the bonnet of
Oh,
the car. You'll
right.
know what's happening when you use the clutch pedal.
Right.
Mm.
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
Have you got any questions that you want to ask me?
No.
No? Okay. So now we'll
Okay,
go on.
Just out of roll for a second then, Val. You can see there that you've nearly got a little bit technical.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And people learning to drive just need to know the basics of it.
Yeah.
Right, and to
Yeah.
understand what happens when they press the clutch pedal down, what
Mm.
happens when they bring the clutch pedal up.
Mm.
And so make sure that you don't go from one extreme where you don't
Mm.
explain it
Yeah.
to the other extreme where you start to get rather technical about what's underneath the bonnet,
Yeah.
because you could frighten them off in thinking, oh, I've got to know what happens underneath there before I can
Yeah.
learn to drive.
Yeah. It's difficult knowing exactly how much
It
to
is,
say.
because
isn't it?
you've had to learn, all the technical side of it,
Mm.
but now you have to simplify it
Yeah.
for a learner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Mhm.
Okay, not bad.
Mm.
Again, needs polishing up a little bit,
Yeah.
making
Yeah.
sure that we don't miss anything out.
Mm.
But this is a long brief, and the worst thing about this is because you know all this inside out and backwards way around,
Mm.
you do tend to forget you're trying to teach somebody who knows nothing. And
Yeah.
it's so easy to assume, which you have done on the
Yeah.
first two bits that we've done,
Mm.
haven't you?
Yeah.
And again, remembering what I've said, I have had a little bit of experience. You did bring the Q&A in a little bit. I did drop a couple of hints.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go over to page 3.
The other side, yeah.
Which are the main hand controls.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. And let's see how you get on now in finishing the briefing off using really good question and answer technique on this one.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Looking
Yeah.
at the diagrams that we've got there, not skimping on anything.
Okay.
Keeping it sweet and simple. Short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
Alright.
Right, yeah.
Okay, back into roll.
Okay. Right, Pat, so we've dealt with the main foot controls. Now going to deal with the main hand controls.
Okay,
Alright.
yeah.
So the first one that we've got is the steering wheel.
Mhm.
That
Yep.
big one in front of you. Yeah. It's important that you hold that in the right position.
Yep.
Have you any idea where you should place your hands when you're holding
Yep.
it?
You said 10 to 2 when we were driving here.
That's right, yes. So
Yep.
we're at 10 to 2, so imagine it's a clock face.
Yeah.
You might find that's not as comfortable as you might like, so you can just move your hands down slightly, but not too much, definitely no less than quarter to 3.
Alright, so I can have it at
You could
either.
hold it down a little bit there,
So that'd be
depending
alright
on...
there, would it?
Yeah. Okay.
Can't get a very good grip on. Does it matter if I held that at 4:3? Like
Well, that would matter because you've got the spokes of the steering wheel there. Perhaps
Right.
if it was a different car, you might not
Right,
have
so on
that
this
trouble.
particular car,
On
then
that
I'd much
particular
be
car
better
then,
holding it
at
there.
10 to 2, yeah.
But if the spokes were sort of down there, I could hold
You
it.
may be able to do that, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Fine. Yeah.
This might seem a silly question, but which way would you turn the wheel if you wanted to turn right?
This way. To
That's right,
the
yeah.
right.
Yeah. And if you wanted to turn
Left.
left, yeah. And you're going to pass it through your hands using what we call the push-pull
I was watching you on the way.
method. Yeah.
You made it look
You
so
saw-
easy.
Yeah, well, we'll let you practice that later on. All right. Then we have the indicators.
Mhm.
Take that first. Right, okay. So then we have the indicators.
Yep.
Right, the indicator stalk can be either left or to the right
Mhm.
of the steering wheel. On this car, they're on the left.
Yeah.
All right. And which way do you think you would need to move that stalk to signal right?
Well, I'm presuming it'll be up to go right because it's the same way as I'm going to be steering.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so you push the indicator stalk up if you want
Mhm.
to signal right, and then push it down
Yeah.
if you want to indicate left. Okay.
Yeah.
What happens when you put the indicators on?
Your indicator light comes on at the front and back.
That's right.
Little,
So just
like,
as
orange
we've got
light
there.
thing.
That's right. Yeah, the indicators on.
Yeah.
That's right. Then we go on to the gears.
Mhm.
Okay. Why do we need the gears, do you think?
It's only a guess this Val, but because my bikes, little mopeds are an automatic, but presuming you need higher gears or lower gears to make the car go faster or slower or something. I'm not really sure, to be honest
Well,
with you.
you're on the right track there, because as you can see here, we've got high gears, or high power, low gear, low speed. So the lower the number, the more power we've got.
Oh, the engine's got
But
more
the
power.
less speed. Yeah, the
Yeah.
engine's got more power.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
but we can't go very fast.
Uh-huh.
Got a low
Right, yeah.
speed.
Yeah.
So because we've got a lot of power, first gear would be the one we'd use to move away,
Yeah. Well,
because
that
the
makes
car is
sense.
heavy, so we need a lot
Yeah.
more power to get it moving. And then once we'd accelerated a little bit, you'd be able to change into second gear. Once we got to about 10 miles an hour or so. And then once you're in second gear and you're going a little bit quicker, you go into third gear. So that eventually when you get into the fifth gear, we don't have much power, but we can go a lot faster.
A lot faster. Yeah.
Alright. And to change gear, we need to press the clutch pedal down,
Yeah.
select the gear that you need, and then allow the clutch pedal.
Right, so the clutch pedal,
come
press
back
it
up.
down, it separates.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Separates
Change
them,
gear,
bring it back up.
bring it back up,
What happens to the plates?
back together.
Back together.
Yeah,
And
don't
that
bring
will
the
drive
clutch
the
pedal
car.
up, just let the clutch pedal come up.
Not in first gear, you would bring it up nice and slowly. In second gear, you'd still not let it come up quickly, but it could come up quicker than if you were in first gear.
Oh, so the faster I'm going, the faster I bring my clutch up.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Alright?
Yeah. I just come out of the road for a second there, Val.
Mm.
You've got to be very careful there if you're implying that the slower you go, the slower you bring your clutch up. The faster you go, the faster you bring your clutch up.
Mm.
Right, because that could be sort of taken the wrong way, can't it? If I'm
Right.
doing 30 mile an hour straight off the clutch.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. I know you don't mean that,
Yeah.
because I'm a qualified driver.
Yeah.
But you try telling that to somebody who's never changed gear before.
Mm.
Alright, so it doesn't matter whether you're travelling at 10 mile an hour or 30 mile an hour or 40 mile an hour, you still bring your clutch up smoothly, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Smoothly. Yeah, not
quickly.
quicker.
Yeah.
Quicker
smoothly.
quicker means that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
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 Smoothly means you're bringing it up smoothly.
Yeah.
So smoothly is the word that you were chasing for then.
That was, yeah.
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 All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that makes more sense now. So if you'd have said to me, and whichever gear you're in, you bring your clutch up smoothly.
Mm.
All right, that'd have been fine. Well,
Yeah.
it couldn't have been taken any other way.
Right. Yeah.
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 All right.
Mhm.
Okay. Back into roll for the last one.
Okay, right. And then the last main hand control that we've got here is the handbrake. Yeah?
Yep.
What do you think we need the handbrake for?
Stop the car, but not to stop the car. When you, like now we're stationary.
Yeah, you put the handbrake on.
Put the handbrake on.
Makes the car secure so it doesn't roll, doesn't move.
Mhm.
That's right, yeah. Now if you remember back to the foot brake diagram, it showed that when you press the foot brake we had red lines going to all four
Yeah, it
wheels,
did,
didn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
So which wheels do you think the handbrake
Going
works
by
on?
these, just the back ones.
Yeah, just the back ones.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. You notice here we've got a little arrow and the thumb, yeah?
Yep.
We use you have to use your thumb to push in the button at the end of the handbrake.
Yeah.
When you pull it up, and also to release the locking mechanism.
Mhm.
Okay, so that you can operate it properly.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. Have you got any questions that you want to ask me about that?
No, I think that's okay now. Yeah.
Right. Well, that's all the main controls covered.
Okay. Okay. Overall, again for your first attempt, not bad. Because it does go on a little bit, this one. But you've not got me to demonstrate. You've not got me to practice anything, have you?
No.
If you think what could I have practiced? I could have practiced having my heel there and moving from my gas pedal to my brake.
Right. Yeah.
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 I could have practiced just pressing the clutch pedal down. Right. The gears, we talk about gears. Right. Could have explained. We could have practiced press the clutch, because you said you're gonna have to press your clutch pedal down. Press the clutch pedal down. Tell me about cupping my hand towards you, and you could just have got me to practice that just a couple of times, couldn't
right.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't leave that until you were
You can
doing
do it.
gears.
No. You can do it now, just so they get a feel of that. Just get them to put the clutch down. Same with indicator. I just sort of had a little look like this. Yeah. So you could have got me to have just put my indicator up, and I might have done that.
Yeah, which wouldn't be right.
Which wouldn't be right. So you could actually correct me. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you can physically. This is what I was saying before. The only thing I can't practice really is the steering.
The steering. Yeah.
I can practice putting the indicators on. I can practice moving my feet round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Practice the gears.
Yeah.
I can practice the handbrake. So you could have said to me, right, put my foot on my brake pad, so don't worry, you're not going to roll. Right, let's practice taking the handbrake on and off. Because you've not said anything about the ratchets, have you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you said to me, you press it in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so the best way to find out whether I understand it is to get me to demonstrate it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, so again, get me to do it. So, again, good for your first attempt.
Yeah.
But not good enough, for anything of your part 3. So what I'd suggest now is that go home, practice that again with your stopwatch or your partner or your whoever you're actually using. But this time actually physically get them
So you do it in the car?
To demonstrate it.
So we've
do it
been
in the car.
practicing, sat at home on the settee.
Well, you can be sat at home with nobody here and imagine you've got somebody here, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
You can have your tape recorder on and you can say, right, what I'd like you to do now then, Pat, is put your clutch down, alright, cup your hand towards me, alright, with the palm of your hand, push the gear lever across to me, and then up, and that's in first gear. Cup your hand, and talk it through it as if there's somebody sitting here.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea, yeah. Yeah, could try that.
Alright, and then when, if we get the time, we'll obviously go through this again, maybe in a mock test or something,
right,
so that you've got used to the demonstration.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
Alright, any questions? It's not bad. Not bad for your first attempt.
I just noticed I didn't mention
neutral. Exactly, but I think if you'd have gone through your gears,
I would have.
Yeah.
I would have remembered it.
You'd have probably remembered about the neutral.
Yeah.
So you skimmed over them a little bit. Yeah. And I think if you'd have taped that and played it back to yourself, you'd have realised that you were skimming over the top.
Right.
But there's some really good things come out of there, ticking off what you've done. The theory is certainly there.
Yeah.
But you've got to remember that this person here has never driven before, never driven a car before.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a little exercise for you to do at home. We won't be doing this next session because we're going to move on, but you can practice that, and I'm sure you'll get that right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, so we'll go on to the next one then.
Right.